Vanja kalpatarubhasya kripasindhubheva patitanam pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna Reshmi, Hare Krishna Malini Devidasi, Hare Krishna Baba Sandi Devidasi, Hare Krishna Siddhanta Sagara, Hare Krishna Shamahini, Hare Krishna Malini Devidasi out on the street, Hare Krishna Vilas Manjari, Dear Srila Prabhupada, Dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madhad Mohan, Shri Shri Gaunitai. If you so desire, please empower us in this meeting so we can expand our service to you unlimitedly. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Okay, if you're on Sankirtan, feel free to turn your camera on. If you're at home, please feel free to turn your camera on. The more personal contact we have, the better the meeting will be. And Shamahini, are you recording? May we start?
Yes, Maharaj.
I'm going to read an excerpt from a book I found on my shelf. And this excerpt relates to the confidential nature of the service of book distribution. Does that sound appealing to anybody? Okay, Shamahini, it sounds appealing to Shamahini. Vilas Manjari. Is that Sham Bhakti? Is a heart? Yep, okay. Baba Sandi, Siddhanta Sagara, Rupa Chintamani, Harinamananda. We're getting some heavy hitters in here today. Excerpts. This section is called Mood of the Gopis. Now let's hear how Srila Prabhupada practically applies this esoteric principle to those engaged in distributing his transcendental books. In 1974 at ISKCON Los Angeles, New Dwarka, Rameshwar Das, the appointed Sankirtan leader, had gleaned from Srila Prabhupada's teachings that those who distribute Srila Prabhupada's books are directly participating in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, and in doing so, following in the footsteps of Krishna's most intimate servants in the spiritual world. Here Rameshwar gives an inkling of the mood in 1974. Quote, I began to see that the Sankirtan devotees were in direct contact with the storehouse of love of Godhead that Lord Chaitanya had broken open 500 years before, and that Srila Prabhupada had brought that same storehouse to the earth again. The Sankirtan devotees were connected to Srila Prabhupada and also, therefore, to the divine pleasure energy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through this service. It was flowing through his divine grace, filling the world with ecstasy and transcendental knowledge. In his lectures at the New Dwarka Temple, Rameshwar repeatedly referred to the service of book distribution as a tasteful arrangement for souls to be joined in loving service to Krishna, a service that follows the mood of the gopis of Vrindavan. Rameshwar recalls that his classes about Sankirtan were going out to all the temples to enliven the book distributors, but that some devotees doubted his conclusions. Now, when things went out to the book distributors, there was no internet, keep in mind, it was 1974. They went by cassette tapes, and people would share those cassette tapes. It wasn't even convenient to copy them, but that was the situation. Indeed, a number of devotees wondered if Rameshwar's conclusions were accurate. To clarify the matter, Nandulal Devidasi wrote to Srila Prabhupada on May 23, 1974. I have heard Rameshwar Prabhu in Los Angeles say that when we are performing Sankirtan, we are engaged in the Leela of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is the union of Radha and Krishna, and he explained that just as Radharani is even more anxious to arrange for the other gopis to meet with Krishna than she is for herself to meet Krishna, and that the other gopis are also always trying to think of ways in which to arrange meetings between Radha and Krishna. So, when the devotees are going out and trying to engage the suffering conditioned souls, actually what we are doing is trying to arrange for some of her lost souls to meet with Krishna once again. And that this is the Leela of Lord Chaitanya. Is this the proper understanding of Sankirtan? Srila Prabhupada replied on June 9th, 1974, quote, Rancha, are you ready for the quote back from Prabhupada? Shyam Mohini, are you ready?
Yes, Maharaj.
Krishna, are you ready to hear it? Okay, here goes. The explanation given by Rameshwar that Sankirtan is Lord Chaitanya's Leela, which he compares to the gopis trying to engage in Krishna's service, is the correct understanding. Unquote. That this esoteric service is available even to newcomers is thus a great opportunity. Anyone who takes up the service of distributing Srila Prabhupada's transcendental books in a humble mood is at once linked to such confidential devotional service. The Sankirtan devotees are very, very dear to Krishna because you are doing the field work of book distribution. Krishna has immediately recognized them as true servants. That's another direct quote from Srila Prabhupada. So I noticed that Prabhupada was mainly concerned with following the orders of his spiritual master. And his spiritual master was in the mood of Lord Chaitanya, about whom Kaviraj Goswami gives description of his being indiscriminate in who he gave his mercy to. It's very specifically mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the members of the Panchatattva broke open the storehouse and distributed and ate its contents. And they didn't consider who was a fit or unfit candidate or where was a good place or a bad place. They went everywhere and distributed practically in a state of madness to others. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to some of his associates like Ramananda Roy, Swarup Damodar, he said, practically I'm a madman and making you also mad by my association. So this is our legacy. And the world really needs us. It's not just a religious sentiment. This is the science of God, which is lacking. Even in India, of the various darshans, only Srila Vyasadev's is complete and helpful. And we happen to have the thread coming from Srila Vyasadeva, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all complete, and the plethora of other books that Srila Prabhupada published. So we're in a fortunate situation because everybody has to do something in this world, and 99.9% of what people do is for naught. It's just a matter of survival and trying to stave off misery. But we have the glorious task of taking up what Prabhupada asked us to do, which was kindly help me distribute these books. So thank you, everybody, for doing this. We have some opportunities to check in with devotees. Shyam
Yes, Maharaj.
tell us how you'd like things to go.
Maharaj, I know you wanted to hear from devotees who are also live on book distribution right now. So Malini Devidasi and her team are live at a festival, I believe, in Silicon Valley. So if you like, we can hear from them to
I do
kickstart
like.
things. Okay. So Malini Mataji, if you're able to, great. Thank you.
Coming to you live from the streets of Northern California.
Hare
Take it
Krishna.
away, Malini, and your whole team there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances, all worship Prabhupada. We are at Germantown. Let me flip my camera. We are at the Germantown Festival, if you see here. In Mountain View. They celebrate the festival where they appreciate German culture. And we see like thousands of people here. And so far, we were able to distribute a lot of books. And we just met these two people. This is Ramona, and this is Was Jen, and then she's from China. She actually practices Buddhism, and Ramona is the one who was translating, and she said that what is that you chant? Can you explain? That she, huh? So they shared that they chant Amitofu, which is same as Hare Krishna. They believe that Lord Buddha has invested all his love in the two says Amitofu, and they keep chanting that. And this is what we met. And they took the Bhagavad Gita. She doesn't speak English, but she translated us. And they took a Bhagavad Gita. They donated generously for that festival for the Bhagavad Gita. And thank you so much for being with us here. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Amitofu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bye. And we have Madhav Govinda Prabhu here distributing. And our table, we emptied almost 9 cases of books, 10 cases of books. We collected close to $1,000 at this festival so far, Prabhu. And we have another table on the other side as well, where devotees are chanting. Let me just show you. They are chanting here. I'm just flipping the camera again. Here, people are waiting in the line to get the beer. They're getting line for the beer here. And then we have devotees here chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, distributing books. And we have Kautakarna Prabhu here talking to somebody, just distributed Bhagavad Gita. Where are you from? India. And here, Prabhu. Prabhu, that's all from here, Prabhu.
Wow, thanks, Malini. Fantastic. We're picking up on the energy of the street down there. It looks like ecstasy.
Yes, Prabhu. It goes on till 9 p.m. So
Jai, do huge. Hare
thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Gaur Premanande Haribol. I always notice that as soon as we walk out the door to go on book distribution, we enter the internal energy of the Lord. And it's all enveloping, or it's enveloping and noticeable. This is the most directly experienced type of spiritual connection with Krishna, going out to distribute books. Great. Okay, what else do you have for us, Shamohini?
Marge, we now have an opportunity to hear from the leaders from Oceania. We can start with Vilas Manjari, Mataji. Please tell us how things are going there. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. That was so inspiring to see Melanie out there. Here in Australia, devotees are really enthusiastic. I received lots of stories and photos in the last few days, and I've actually put things into a quick slideshow. So is that okay if I share my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Okay. So let's see. Hope I'm going to press all the right buttons here. The devotees have really been, let me see, participants can now see your application. Allow. And can you see this slideshow that says Live to Give Update?
Yes.
Lovely. Good. Continue to share. Okay, are we all good?
Yep.
So, oh, go back a step. And I'll just move the window over a little bit. Okay, so here we are. In Australia, this is what's happening so far. I've listed our goals and how many books have been distributed. And devotees are telling me that they're trying all sorts of strategies this year and results are really exceeding their expectations. So we've got North Queensland, 10. One devotee right up the top of Australia has distributed 10 Gitas. Brisbane, 2,000 is their goal. So far, 1,600, well on their way. New Govardhan, you'll see some pictures from them in just a moment. They're too busy to count. They're too busy distributing to stop and count. So they'll let us know. Bhakti Centre Gold Coast, on their way to their goal of 500. Toowoomba also on their way. New Gokul Farm has surpassed their goal, broken a record for a little farm up in the Hunter Valley where 4 devotees live and hundreds of people come to visit. Sydney, goal is 1,000. They're on their way. They've distributed 600. Western Sydney, 1,000 goal. They have distributed 1,760 and they're still going. Canberra, we're yet to hear from. Melbourne, a goal of sorry, I didn't read that correctly. It was too big. 13,000 Gitas. They've distributed 10,000 so far. Hobart has surpassed their goal. Adelaide has met their goal. And Perth has surpassed their goal. So Shamahini asked if devotees could share strategies that were working for them. And I've had about 6 centers that have shared strategies. So I'm going to share those with you. If that's okay, please tell me how much time I have. Like, is it 3 minutes? When do I get kicked off?
4.5 minutes.
4.5. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I've been able to put together what's most helpful. So Melbourne, goal of 13,000 and they have distributed 10,000 books. So they have teams going out, traveling Sankirtan teams. Their main focus, they said, and the main successful strategy is trying to follow Vaisheshika Prabhu's instruction of many devotees doing a little bit each. That is their key for success. They said they've got a few steady book distributors who have stuck with this right from the start, 7 years ago when these marathons started. In 2022, they had between 4 and 5 devotees distributing books daily for the marathon. Then in 2023, those 4 to 5 devotees grew to 7 to 8 devotees, 7 or 8 that were going out every day. And they have a month. They have a month to do this. The temple president gives them a month. Okay, go for it. That's your focus. Then 2024, last year, those 7 to 8 devotees grew to 15, going out every day. And now in 2025, they have between 25 and 30 devotees going out every day for the marathon. And through this just steadiness and encouraging everybody to come and have a try and supporting them, giving them training, reminding them in the Bhagavatam classes, they've already distributed 10,000 Gitas. So I thought you would like that. I can see a big smile on your face, Vaisheshika Prabhu. Simple strategies applied steadily, and things grow over time. Perth, 1,200 was their goal. So far, they've distributed 1,534. The main strategies they've used this year is the first photo you can see is a Uber driver named Rakshaka Sri Hari Prabhu. So this year they have focused on sponsorship of boxes of Gitas, and he's been distributing Gitas in his Uber for the past 3 years. He offers them by donation, and if somebody's poor university students, you just give a little bit, whatever you can, and they've been using the sponsored books to support that. This devotee alone has distributed in the past 3 years 3,000 Gitas in his Uber. Amazing, one person. Then the other strategy that they found this year, you can see the pictures on the right. This is the counter at a local Hindu temple. They set up a book table there, and then they spoke to the manager of the temple, and he agreed that for the marathon, they could have Gita displays set up at their front counter, and they've sold many Gitas that way. Then they couldn't be on the call today because they're all at a festival. Distributing Bhagavad Gitas, they're having Snana Yatra festival today and then Rath Yatra next Sunday. And they're very fired up. They actually want to double their goal now. They were aiming for 1,000. They now want to double that to 2,000. And they've asked me to please ask and request the blessings and prayers of all the devotees that they'll be able to achieve their new goal. Okay, Bhakti Center Gold Coast. Here's Madhavananda Prabhu on the left. He has been steadily going out. Sometimes he's the only devotee, sometimes one other comes along. But he's been going out since we started the marathons. And he's been joined this year by another devotee. So there's the two of them. So far, they've distributed 155 books, Gitas. The goal is 500. New Gokul Farm. This was a new initiative for New Gokul to try and distribute by the box. And we had 3 weekends where we were promoting, sponsoring a box per family. So everybody got involved. Temple president here, Kaliya Krishna Prabhu, and here's a family who have sponsored a box. Below their photo, you'll see this is Sarva Tirtha Prabhu from West Sydney in the pink kurta. Kaliya Krishna Prabhu, and you may recognize this person, Rupa Chintamani Prabhu from Japan, book distribution representative from Japan. He just happened to be there. Savatirtha just happened to offer, let me come and help you Gokul Farm. I said, well, let's go and give this a try. We went up there, and who was giving the Sunday feast class? Rupa Chintamani Prabhu from Japan. And so it was it was a clear sign that there was going to be something special happen. And New Gokul broke their record. They've never distributed more than 400 Gitas, and they're already above 500, 546. And then just up on the top corner, young girl, she came here. This is Violet. She came with her boyfriend to the temple. He wanted to visit the temple. They've been coming for a few weekends. I asked her, would you like to take some books and put them in street libraries or thrift shops, secondhand shops? So they got together, friends, they jump in the car, they put a kirtan on, and they drive around to the street libraries and thrift shops in the area. And they're distributing books. They live like an hour from the temple. There's no one to train them. And they're having a fantastic time. They're ready for another box of, they distribute them in little sets, and they're ready for more now. So a nice, easy way to start distributing books. And what you said at the start, Vaisheshika Prabhu, I really loved. I wrote that down, that this service, we're in this mood of finding lost souls and reconnecting them to Krishna. And Prabhupada said this service is available even to newcomers, even to newcomers. It was either Prabhupada or the person writing the article, but that's such, even to newcomers, look at their faces, they're so happy. New Govardhan Farm, here is a bookshelf in a yoga studio, a new bookshelf that the devotees offered to help them set up, full of the classic yoga texts from India. And there it is, all of Srila Prabhupada's books, the whole Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And then on the right, we have devotees on the farm are distributing books to visitors to the farm. They also have a very successful volunteer program, Krishna Village, where they get young volunteers from all around the world, usually 80 at a time, stay there for a few months. And they also run courses that people come and attend, and they're setting up book tables there with the Gita, making sure everybody gets a book. And they have traveling Sankirtan teams going out. Must be close to my 4.5 minutes, so I'll get off the air now. Brisbane, well on their way. Just briefly, here's our temple president. He's the youngest temple president in ISKCON in Brisbane, Janardhan Prabhu. They're setting up book tables at all the programs, and he's out there with them. And this man was in a coma 10 years ago, and somebody, when he came out of it, said, you should read Bhagavad Gita. So he finally met someone with a Gita and took it. Just end with a happy face. Look how happy this boy is, receiving his Back to Godhead magazine, his Gita, and making his next steps forward. So there we are. There's a little update from Australia. And I think you can feel the enthusiasm here. It's going really well.
Are you
Thank you.
distributing Back to God in magazines there?
Yeah, it looks like it. That was New Govardhan.
It does
Yeah.
look like it.
That's a picture of
Fantastic.
Swami Prabhupada.
When did you put together this presentation?
Like about an hour ago.
It's amazing. I'm amazed. It's really nice. It shows
Oh,
the varieties of ways and the devotees in ecstasy out on book distribution and people receiving. And it especially touched me when you talked about how brand new people can go out. And Malati, Prabhupada's famous disciple, said when she first started going out, it was just for Harinam because they didn't have books when she joined. But she said she had to carry the mantra card with her because she hadn't memorized the mantra yet. She was teaching people how to chant. It was Lord Chaitanya's policy. Everybody can join. Fantastic. Great, great. Okay, now we're going to swing over to NZ and let's hear from Baba Sandhi.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. So close to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, I'll just see if I can share my screen a second. 1 second, sorry. I haven't I'm away from home at the moment. I'm on yeah, can you see anything now or
No, we can't see it yet.
no? Okay, sorry, I'll try one more time.
Try as many times as you need.
Okay, can you see this now?
No, it says Baba Sandhi Devidasi is now the co-host, but we don't see the image on the screen yet.
Bhavasandhi, if you want, you can send me your presentation on WhatsApp and I can share it if sharing is an issue right now.
Okay, I'll just try that now. Hang on.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I noticed the Krishna monks have joined from RVC. Rukmini Mohan Prabhu may be on soon because a while back he was trying to get connectivity. There's the Krishna monks. You want to see some monks? There's some monks. Not
Okay.
skunks, not punks, but monks. Great, great to have you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, here we are.
Here we
Right.
go, here we go.
Okay, looks like it's all in one thing. Oh no, here we go. So yeah, so I'm on a little trip up north at the moment doing Motel Gita. So last time we spoke, I was at the temple. We were just about the Jayanti festival, and we got some sponsorship there. So once we get the sponsorship, we really try to get the books out as quickly as possible, with nice photos, and personally thank the people that we sponsored, so people don't, so people know that their donation is going where they actually want it to, and they feel inspired to see where the books are actually going. So yeah, for example, last week I went to a program in South Auckland, and I was driving, I saw a motel called Krishna Motel. I'd actually been there a year or so ago and given him some books, so I thought, I'll just drop by and see if he wanted any more. And he said that, yeah, the books were really popular and some people had taken them, so he wanted some replacements. And he said actually his business has been going so well that he actually got another 5 motels. So he ordered boxes for all of his 5 motels. So that was just super, yeah, quick and easy and inspiring. So so I had all of those books in the car and gave them all at one time. So that was cool. And then this is a photo from one of our traveling Sankirtan teams. This young man, we get a lot of people traveling in New Zealand from other countries. They pass through, backpackers, as we call them. So this young man had seen devotees in his hometown in Holland, and he just had occasional meetings with people along his travels. And yeah, we find that here. We meet people who've met devotees again and again, and then after a certain amount of meetings, then they become favorable enough to take books. So he got this whole stack of books and was super inspired to look into a little bit more closely Krishna consciousness, which is nice. And yeah, this is another photo from our traveling Sankirtan team. So just meeting people, that have basically write for the books. Yeah. The next one. Oh yeah, this is so we've just come up north. This is a car packed with Bhagavad Gitas before we go, and in the back of the Bhagavad Gitas there's the addresses of the temples, but also when we go to the backpackers we put in, I forgot to bring one up with me actually, we have these little flyers, and on the flyer one side it has the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and on the other side it has like a QR code that they scan, and then that takes them to a web page where there's the different centers, things happening. Because sometimes if you put a stamp in a book or a flyer in a book, then by the time it gets to somebody, then the details of the center might have changed or something. So this is a web page that we can constantly update, and it will take them to the latest things that are actually happening there with all the updated information for the different centers in the country. Because where I am up north at the moment, it's 3 hours from Auckland, but New Zealand's pretty simple. You just kind of go up or down the country. So these flyers have the QR code, which can take you to the different
Wait a minute.
centers.
Go back to that picture.
Yeah.
Is that cat on your Sankirtan party?
Yeah, but we left her at home because she gets in too much trouble.
She needs a little backpack. She can carry small books.
Like Yogi.
Yeah, like Yogi.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Keep going.
This is one of the photos from Dunedin. Dunedin is the first time they've really pushed this mission. We had Deep Krishna Prabhu on last week, or last time we met, and they had a goal of 108, and they've actually doubled their goal, and they're still going for it. They're super inspired. So they do books to people on the street. They have encouraged people in their community to get boxes to share with friends and family, and also at all their community events as well. They have the books there. Yeah. And next. Yeah, this is another photo from Dunedin. This is a kind of a friend of a friend. So just devotees that are just happy and authentic, and when people, I think a happy devotee is the best kind of sharing of Krishna consciousness. So when they when they are attracted to the devotee, then they're attracted to the books as well. So this is somebody who's a friend of a devotee, and so was really happy to take books. Yeah. And this is Manjaranya, our manager for the loft in Auckland. She every year she has a little bit of a break from management to fully immerse herself in book distribution. She loves to do Bhagavatam sets on the street and little stacks here. This is her. She's got a little table in a mall. The pictures came in a bit of a funny order, so we might see her table a little bit later. Yeah. And this is another photo from Dunedin. So when they were kind of out of all their books, so they messaged us up in Auckland, and we got them all different language books down there, which is always really helpful for distribution. So we have a New Zealand WhatsApp group where the Sankirtan leaders are on there. So if devotees need certain books, then they can ask on that group, and we try to help each other out. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is Mandranya's small little table in a mall. So just having different tables in malls where we can stand beside and call people over to them. And then Auckland as well. We had our Rath Yatra. This is Nakunja with her daughter Danica. So whenever she's on a Harinam or Rath Yatra, she always takes books and is really great at approaching people. And a lot of the youth have been very inspired as well to join in the Rath Yatras. And I work at the Hare Krishna school, and I was a bit of classroom release time, and I was in a room next to a photocopier, and these girls, they snuck in, and they broke out of they bunked the classroom, and they made these little flyers, chant Hare Krishna, be happy, and they'd written the Hare Krishna mantra on them, and then they were illegally like photocopying all these mantras and cutting them up to take on the Rath Yatra because they were so keen. And they so it's funny, the the kids at the Hare Krishna school when they're bunking out of class, they're always doing some kind of devotional service. And then yeah, so Auckland loves Harinams. We have big Harinams every Friday, and we also engage in these Santa parades. So think about, because Christmas is in summer here, we have these big Santa parades, and we always join the Santa parade with a smaller Rathayatra cart. And we're lucky we've had Harinam Ruchi here. They often come over for this time. So they have super jovial, happy kirtans and book distribution, and yeah, people are just lining the streets. We travel to all the different places that are having Santa parades. So we do about a dozen. So Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and kirtan, prasada, and book distribution. It's a very favorable way to people to connect with the devotees. And I did try to connect with devotees to get some score updates, but it's a little bit the same with Vilas Manjari. Everyone's just super absorbed in being out on the street, and in a few weeks they'll get their scores together, but they're in full steam at the moment, so I didn't want to nag them with WhatsApp messages. But everyone's super enlivened, and we're asking your blessings that we can meet our goals and distribute all our books. Thank you.
What an outstanding report. You took us all over the place. It was quite amazing. Thank you very, very much, Baba Sunday. Great work. Our best to all the devotees there on their marathon. Okay, now, Rukmini Mohan Prabhu. Let's see if he can connect. He's been having a hard time connecting out there from Fiji. Rukmini, can you hear us?
Yes, Visheshaka Prabhu. Yes, sorry, I had some difficulties in connecting, but I'm glad to be here, very glad to be here. And just see if I can share a slide which I quickly put up. Share. Are you able to see the screen? Yes? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is basically our participating temples and centers. We really do not have a current update, but some of the areas had given some updates. But really, what we are trying to do at the moment is basically, because we ran out of Bhagavad Gita, we took pledges from our congregation members, and we had put up a strategy of, please take a carton as an expression of gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for your distribution. So for those that have made the pledges, at the moment we are trying to give the cartons to these congregation members. And we had received our Bhagavad Gita on Friday, actually. The ISKCON Suba Temple had received the Bhagavad Gita. The shipment came on Friday. So basically now what we are going to do is basically give out those cartons of Bhagavad Gita to our congregation members who had pledged. So these are the scores that we are looking at. ISKCON Lotoka, Dhanudhar Prabhu is there, a very nice Sankirtan devotee who's taken charge of distribution in Lotoka. So he's on 32 out of 100. ISKCON Singatoka, we have Dr. Guru Smanna Mataji, again leading Sankirtan devotee there. So she's the last score she had given was 151. And ISKCON Suva, where we are based, Padmamukhi Mataji, who it just appears that our Matajis here are the leading book distributors. Padmamukhi Mataji is leading the ISKCON Suva book distribution, and she's able to get sponsors from overseas as well through her marketing efforts. So, that's this is not the updated score yet, but this score was from the last time we made the presentation, and the scores are still coming in. And ISKCON Nausori, we have Reshmi Mataji. I asked her to come online for this session as well. She's a wonderful bhaktin who has really taken this Sankirtan very seriously. In fact, last year, because of her innovative approach in distributing Bhagavad Gitas to the government ministries, she had received a prize from BBT. So I had asked her to, come on this session and speak, just for briefly speak about her programs and initiatives for this year. I'm just wondering if she's here because I saw her name there. So maybe you can give her just a small time to speak. She's a wonderful devotee and she's really leading the ISKCON Navsari book distribution effort. And for ISKCON Fiji Institute for Higher Education and Training, we have Rai Prabhu, who goes out every week on Saturdays. He's out there in the field and distributing books. And these are smaller centers, ISKCON Navsari, ISKCON Navua. We have Shalen Prabhu there. And for ISKCON Nandi, we have, just forgot the name of the nice devotee. He's very supportive, so we were able to get him on board as well. For ISKCON Tavua, we have an elderly devotee, Brajnath Prabhu, and he actually called us up and asked if we could get some Bhagavad Gitas for distribution in Tavua. So, so just a very exemplary devotee for all of us. And in ISKCON Savu Savu, actually, we're trying to get hold of one of the devotees there. For ISKCON Navsari, one of our youngsters, Kaustubha Prabhu, who's actually based in Suva, but he goes on weekends to Reki. So he's leading the distribution effort there. And for ISKCON Ba, we have Aghari Prabhu, who's also a very nice senior devotee, helping us with the distribution efforts. We're trying to basically, Vaisheshika Prabhu, cover all the areas of Fiji. And Tavyuni is a small island in whole of Fiji, one of the small islands, and it's very difficult to get the shipment across there. But one of the devotees who's based there, he had called, he had informed us that he wanted to take a carton of Bhagavad Gita. So we're trying to get that shipment across to him. So total altogether, we are looking at 1973, just falling a little short of 2,000 pledges of pledge. And the actual, this is taking consideration of those that have pledged, but we still have to pass on the cartons to them for the distribution. We are on 1360. So that's the total. We are looking for PG. And this is some of the little bit of trend analysis which we did of our past performance, the current year and the projection for 2026. The orange line is our actuals against the pledges or the scores for the particular year. And if you look here at 1360, this is still in progress. This is for the year 2025. We have the total of 1973 as the goal, and we are 1360. So we are expecting by the time the campaign completes, we will be seeing that an incline projection there. So, and for 2026, we've made a projection based on the trend analysis that we're looking at 2,500. So,
Rukmini Prabhu, Reshmi came off a mute just for a minute when you asked for it, so she might be available.
Yes, Prabhu, so maybe I can just let her speak for just a little while, please. Would that be all right?
Please, please.
Reshmi Mataji, would you like to? Go ahead, please, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. I'm getting, it's like amazed. I'm still sitting in the temple. I just finished Sunday feast here at the Suva temple. So I'm still sitting here, but getting amazed with all the strategies that's being used for book distribution. So we are, it's like our goal, whatever, like our goal for the center, Nosori Center was 408. But like I was telling Rukmani Prabhu this morning, like we want to reach 1,000, and how are we going to do 1,000? But so far, the strategies that we have used is like what I did. I made a database last year, so most sponsors were from the civil servants. There were a few ministers and permanent secretaries who sponsored books, and we took it out to schools for the school libraries. So last year we reached 30 school libraries. So this year we thought, so I used the same strategies. So we are going to reach out to, so instead of school libraries, this year we are going to reach out to school students. And that's one of the strategies. So we are receiving a lot of sponsorships for a box of Bhagavad Gita. And I've reached the same database. I've called them. So I said, last year you donated a box. This year you'll need to donate 2 boxes. So it's kind of working for some areas coming through for and sponsoring 2 boxes, which we are going to take out to schools when the school opens. We had a campaign promoting for school prize giving day. And now, because the school's closed for the opening, we are going to campaign for the prefects when they do induction ceremony. So we are going to campaign on that. Another thing I did last year, I had thought of it, but I wasn't able to do it for some reason. But this year on Friday, I reached out to a hotel and we wrote a nice letter to the hotel that if you could keep Bhagavad Gita in all the hotel rooms, just beside the Bibles, just like the Bibles, if you could share the book of wisdom with and place the Bhagavad Gita in each hotel rooms. So fingers crossed, we need your blessings, we need your prayers, so that they say yes to it. So it's like I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for that and praying hard. And I need all your blessings, Maharaj, and everybody on this channel right now, that they say yes, and then we will have a Bhagavad Gita in each room of the hotel that we have approached. That's one. Reaching out to school was number 2, and then we were also doing street distribution. And that street distribution was not so popular, but yeah, we are still working on it. What else we did? And today we've heard a few strategies of having bookstores and then the idea of having books, Bhagavad Gita, placing Bhagavad Gita in in shops, maybe that would also work. So yeah, I'm just putting out. We have made another campaign where we have wrapped Bhagavad Gita as Christmas gifts. So we are encouraging people to gift Bhagavad Gita for Christmas. So that's a Christmas gift idea. We've made a flyer or like Bhagavad Gita packed in a Christmas gift pack. So let's see how we do. Yeah.
Nice work, Reshmi. You're doing great over there, and we pray for all success to come your way. May all the hotels take all books, and we love all the different ways that you're doing it out there. But the main thing is your enthusiasm. And Prabhupada told Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he said, my books are sold by the enthusiasm of my followers, and you've got it. 10 out of 10. Keep up the great work there. We'll look forward to
Hare
tuning
Krishna.
in and hearing how
Hare
you're
Krishna.
doing. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Great work.
Krishna Maharaj.
Now we get to hear from Japan. This is great news. Ananta Gauranga Prabhu is reporting live from Japan. Let's hear how things are going out there.
Hare Krishna, dear Vaisheshika Prabhu and all devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for providing this opportunity and being with everyone. So after the last report, couple of weeks back, I think, we have thought on what more we can do. New ideas after listening to the ideas from other countries. So one of the idea that we put, of course, Sunday feast in temple, we focused most of the lectures on Bhagavad Gita distribution this month, so that it is continuously advertised and encouraged. one idea that came up from the crowd when we asked them what more we can do apart from gifting is like because as you know year end is a gift time, right? So everybody has car now. So now the idea came up that okay, everybody will keep 10 Bhagavad Gitas in the car. So whenever they go to gasoline stand or anywhere, just give them Bhagavad Gita because they will not say no. And in the this holiday season, mostly young people are working. College kids they are working. So we came up with that. Okay, let's do that. So some of the temple supporters they have taken Bhagavad Gitas to carry with them in the car. So we hope that works well. And also to increase distribution, we have collected some fund last week so that we can give that sponsored Bhagavad Gitas for distribution on Harinam and wherever possible. Also, we have given Bhagavad Gita in different libraries last year, last 2 3 years. So we are trying to connect with them again, if uh, if at all they want some more. And some orders we are getting like from other countries also they want Japanese Bhagavad Gita. So that is also encouraging that okay some other countries also want. So like 2 days back I received call that bring some Bhagavad Gitas if somebody is coming to Juhu. So I was surprised, but yeah, we'll take that Bhagavad Gita. So it's encouraging somehow. Uh, we are trying to give Japanese Bhagavad Gitas wherever possible, and with the sponsorship, I think we our score can be little bit better than what we thought. We were aiming at 1,008 or something like that figure, but we already crossed that. So now we thought okay let's target 1,500 or if possible 2,000 if things go well then. So I don't know yet how it goes, but at least like everybody said yeah we should at least target more rather than stopping here because still we have 2 3 weeks to go. So I will try to share if possible some of the photos because we are in preparing the presentation where we can. I'm just trying to share the screen if it is visible.
Yes, visible.
Yeah, this is just a photo where the devotees they wanted to go for distribution and they didn't find the books, right? Where are the books? So somebody had this posted this photo on the group that where it is located, right? So I don't know this photo how to change. So it's not moving. Give me 1 minute. If I try to share some other way. Because we are preparing the presentation and I gathered some photos. So these are some of the bookstalls that we had in different areas of Japan that we shared and also the embassy. So if I can share it are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so these are the photos of the kirtan that we did on the festivals. So, like Shameshwari and Sachidananda and our team was there to do the kirtan on the stage. And it was like raining heavily on that particular day when the bookstall was there. But still, our all team was there and we set up the bookstall. And Japanese people came, they took Bhagavad Gita. If you can see, you can see here, like
Great pictures.
yeah, we thought like we don't know like if somebody will come, but when we saw that the stall is full, we were very happy that okay, people are coming and taking Bhagavad Gita, right? So like this, the stall was full and they were taking. And yes, of course, our team very enthusiastic to distribute. This is one of the photo in the embassy of India at Tokyo where we had the bookstall, and Japanese delegates were from other cities were there and ambassador was there. So this is the photo from that place, and this is our bookstall that we had set up. And Yeah, so you can see like many Japanese delegates were there. But these are a few of the snaps that I have now. But we will be presenting more of the interesting photos from Namaste India and other festivals were distributed and with the help of different stalls. So yeah, we have increased our target to distribute, and we need everybody's blessings and Vaisheshika Prabhu, your guidance to make it happen with the increased goal. And I hope it will go well, and we will be able to accomplish what we have thought of to achieve. Thank you very much. Very short.
Nice work, Ananta Gauranga. Way to go. Good reports flowing in from Japan. Good work, Rupa Chintamani Prabhu. Subalashine. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Hare Krishna. Do huge. You're doing great. This is fantastic. More pictures, more
Yes,
devotees, more books. Go for 5,000.
yes. Thank
No,
you
you
very
can
much.
do 5,000. I guarantee you. Promise. Go for it. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
please, sir. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Well, this is too nice. I can't stand it anymore. It's driving me crazy. There's fantastic reports, everybody. Way to go. What are we going to do now, Shamhini? We're running out of time.
Prabhu, we have lots of devotees on the call. If we have a few minutes, perhaps we can open the floor and see if anybody would like to share a story or something
Okay.
some live action. I know that you
If
mentioned
you're
we have
out on Sankirtan, feel free to turn on your camera, show us where you're distributing. If you want to say a few words from where you are, just if you want to say hey, you're welcome to. Tomorrow we're going to be connecting with the other half of the earth. Rupa Chitamani, the man himself. Go for it.
Hare Krishna Maharaj,
You're
Priya
getting all over the
Maharaj.
world these days, Rupa Chitamani.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna dear devotees. So yeah, Anantagurung Prabhu wonderfully presented the update of Japan. I just want to add a few points over His Grace Anantagurung Prabhu. So I remember Srila Prabhupada, he commented in chapter 10, first sloka. Srila Prabhupada mentioned that this Krishna conscious discussion can happen only between the people or devotee who are anxious. So we thought maybe let's try to the devotees more anxious to go back to the Godhead, and we opened a young group. So we study Srimad Bhagavatam every day for 1 to 1.5 hour, and the people, the devotees, they're also fired up. So they understand the reason behind the book distribution and importance of it. So on my personal scale, we are trying to distribute more books, not only in Japan and also in Bangladesh and India. So they are buying books and distributing. And we had some community programs like in Tokyo. Sometimes they invite us to share some Krishna Katha or share, they celebrate the Krishna Janmashtami. So that time also we take the opportunity and open the stall with the help of Andagan Prabhu and other management teams. So it's working very nicely. So we are trying to grow up a generation. They love to read book and distribute books. So that is a small update from me. Hare
I like
Krishna.
your approach, Rupa Chintamani, introducing to everyone to long periods of hearing and chanting from Prabhupada's books. In fact, I was on the Sankirtan party in San Francisco in 1973, and we met Prabhupada, and the first thing he told us was, you also have to read the books. So I love the way you're doing that. Keep the transcendental vibration going. And Japan, go for it. This is really big breakthroughs you're having over there. It's fantastic. Keep up the great work. We're going to end there with a reminder 25 days left to January 7th. We close all the books and all the reporting on January 7th, so you got that little extra week there. And remember, Prabhupada's how we came up with the branding and the moniker for this year was that when Prabhupada was a child, he climbed to the top of the Victoria Memorial in Calcutta on the scaffolding. And he told the devotees there when they were walking past about what he did when he was a child. And Brahmananda said, Prabhupada, you must have been very brave then. And Prabhupada said, I am still brave. How else would I have come alone to preach Krishna consciousness? And in America and around the world. And so, boy, when do we get a chance to show bravery? This is it. And I think of Dadichi. He's one of my heroes in the Srimad Bhagavatam. When the demigods came and asked him for a little donation, what would you like? And he said, just your bones, sir, just your bones. And he gave a slight objection just so he could hear Atma Tattva Gyan. But then he said, of course I'll give my bones. It's for Lord Narayan. So all of you are doing that. You're given life and soul, and it's amazing. You're going down in history for doing this. Prabhupada assured the devotees who engaged in this kind of courageous activity to go out into the great unknown, to disturb their own comfort just to go out, to give other people a chance. It's the highest kind of service that you can do. So please keep up the great work. You can do anything if you plan, organize, and then just go out and be bold. It'll all happen. You see, Rukmini Mohan Prabhu has been expanding like wildfire all over Fiji, and now all kinds of devotees are coming in. We see it in Australia. We're seeing it in New Zealand. All over, the devotees are doing such an amazing job. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Sri Panchatattva, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Sri Gaurnitai. If you so desire, please empower our team all over the world to rain down books like anything on the poor conditioned souls and give them a chance to come back home, back to Godhead, and join the Hare Krishna dance party in the sky. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part. Please say Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna.
Vancha
Hare
Gopalabhishcha
Krishna.
Kripa Sindhaveva Patitanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Thanks to Shamohini, who keeps everything going. Thanks for joining the program, everybody from RVC. Chitralekha Saki, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Ranchor, Prabhu, Siddhanta Sagara, Sham Bhakti up late. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you very much. Gaur Premanande Haribo. Hare Krishna. Knock them alive out there.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.